Congratulations. God says, today will be a very surprising day of your life because something you never expected is about to unfold. But there is one condition: if you open this message right now, the miracle will be placed in your hands. If you skip it or delay even for a moment, everything you've been praying for could slip away, and you may lose not only your blessing but even the money that was meant to multiply for you. My beloved child, do you feel your heartbeat racing as you read this? That is not just emotion, it is the whisper of heaven stirring inside you. Archangel Michael has been standing beside you for hours, waiting for the exact moment your eyes would land here. And now, the divine clock is ticking. This is not random. This is not an accident. God Himself arranged for you to be here right now because your destiny cannot wait any longer. I must tell you this as urgently as the sky shouts thunder: miracles come with windows, and this window is fragile. Archangel Michael says, tell my chosen one, if they open fully and receive this now, their surprising day will not only bring blessing, it will shake their life into abundance. Do not doubt this. The heavens are pressing on you, and your name has been echoed in their chambers. Before I reveal more, pause for a second, because I need you to stay. Don't just glance and skip. If you've ever felt the pull of divine words, this is the moment. Subscribe with your spirit to this channel of God's voice right now, because the one who listens with full heart will not only see miracles but will also guard themselves from sudden loss. This message was sent to you to protect you. Do not let it vanish. My child, you have walked long roads of confusion. You've battled nights where money slipped from your hands and you couldn't understand why. Heaven says today marks a reversal. But listen carefully, if you ignore this, you may lose again. If you open it, your doors will open with it. Every angel is aligned to bring you what belongs to you, but only if you honor the urgency in these words. I want you to imagine it now: unexpected news ringing in your ears before tonight, doors opening that were locked for years, money flowing into your life without resistance. This is not a fantasy. This is a divine transaction waiting for your yes. Archangel Michael says, tell them not to treat this lightly. What they choose in this moment will ripple into everything they own. This is why your soul is trembling right now. Because it knows. Because it hears heaven's knock. My beloved child, let me whisper something into your soul right now: you were never meant to live in lack. You were never meant to walk through days carrying the weight of fear that your blessings will be stolen, your money lost, or your dreams delayed. Heaven did not write your story with disappointment as the ending. Heaven wrote it with glory, with triumph, with abundance flowing like rivers in a desert. And today, God says, tell them the rivers have already begun to flow. This is why your spirit feels restless today, why something inside you keeps nudging you, telling you not to scroll away, not to close your eyes to this moment. Because the moment you open your heart fully, a surprising event will fall into your hands, and it will feel like the gates of heaven itself opening wide before you. My child, I see how you've been carrying questions inside your chest. You've asked silently, why is it always me who loses money when I work so hard for it? Why do I feel like blessings slip away at the very last moment? Why do I feel so close, yet everything escapes? God has heard every one of those questions. He has seen your sleepless nights, the times you hid your tears because you didn't want anyone else to know how much you were struggling. And he has sent this message through Archangel Michael to say, today marks the end of that cycle. Today you step into the beginning of a divine reversal. What was taken from you will be restored. What was delayed will be released. And what was lost will return multiplied, but only if you choose not to skip this message, not to ignore the very rope heaven is extending to you right now. There is something urgent you must know, beloved. Archangel Michael is standing with a sword of fire at your doorway, protecting what belongs to you. But even Michael says, if they do not open this message with their whole heart, the door cannot be held open. This is why the timing is so important. Imagine a door swinging slowly. If you reach it in time, you pass through. But if you hesitate, the door slams shut, and the chance is gone. This moment is your door. And God does not want you to miss it. That is why your heart is beating faster as you read, why your hands feel a trembling, because your soul knows it is standing at the doorway of destiny, and the only thing required of you is to believe and receive. My chosen one, I want you to think of the most surprising day you've ever lived. Maybe it was small, a phone call you didn't expect, a gift you didn't see coming, a breakthrough that arrived just when you were about to give up. Multiply that by 1,000, and you still will not grasp the magnitude of what God has planned for you today. This is why I keep repeating the urgency. It is not because heaven wants to frighten you, it is because heaven wants to awaken you. The blessing is real. The blessing is near. The blessing is waiting at the edge of your obedience. But God says, if you walk away, the very money that was meant to be multiplied will disappear like smoke in the wind, and you will wonder why. That is why He placed this in your hands right now, so you cannot miss it. My beloved, Archangel Michael is whispering to me now, tell them the battle is already won, but they must step into it. Do you know what that means? It means that what you are afraid of, loss, betrayal, financial struggle, it has already been defeated in the unseen realm. But the enemy of your soul always tries one last trick, to make you skip, to make you ignore, to make you think this is just another word. That is the only weapon left against you, distraction. But if you stay here, if you hold on, if you open fully, you take back what was stolen, and you step into the flood of provision that has been circling your life, waiting for this very second to pour out. My child, don't you feel it? Something inside you already knows this is not ordinary. You didn't stumble here by accident. This isn't just another line of text on a screen. This is heaven speaking directly into your soul, calling you by name, reaching into your life with a message that was carved for you long before this day began. God is saying, I wrote this moment into their story because I love them too much to let them miss what is coming. That is why your entire body feels like it's responding to these words. That is why even now you are fighting the urge to doubt. Because your spirit is standing at the edge of a miracle. My beloved, Archangel Michael is whispering to me now, tell them the battle is already won, but they must step into it. Do you know what that means? It means that what you are afraid of, loss, betrayal, financial struggle, it has already been defeated in the unseen realm. But the enemy of your soul always tries one last trick, to make you skip, to make you ignore, to make you think this is just another word. That is the only weapon left against you, distraction. But if you stay here, if you hold on, if you open fully, you take back what was stolen, and you step into the flood of provision that has been circling your life, waiting for this very second to pour out. My child, don't you feel it? Something inside you already knows this is not ordinary. You didn't stumble here by accident. This isn't just another line of text on a screen. This is heaven speaking directly into your soul, calling you by name, reaching into your life with a message that was carved for you long before this day began. God is saying, I wrote this moment into their story because I love them too much to let them miss what is coming. That is why your entire body feels like it's responding to these words. That is why even now you are fighting the urge to doubt. Because your spirit is standing at the edge of a miracle. My beloved child, let me tell you something that will shock your heart into hope again. The reason your journey felt delayed, the reason money kept slipping away, the reason doors closed when you thought they would open, it was not punishment. It was preservation. God was keeping you hidden until the exact day He wanted to release everything. And that day is today. Do you hear this? Not tomorrow, not next year, today. Heaven says, tell them I chose this date to surprise them. Tell them I marked their name on today's sunrise. Tell them that if they open with faith, nothing will be withheld. This is why you have stumbled here right now. It is not stumbling. It is divine leading. Your angels have been guiding you step by step until your spirit collided with this message, because it carries the key to what is about to unfold in your life. Beloved, you have been asking, when will my breakthrough come? When will I stop losing money? When will I see the fruits of my hard work? And God says, now. But there is a secret attached. Your faith must match the urgency of this moment. If you treat it casually, you risk missing the miracle. If you honor it deeply, heaven will pour open blessings so great that your hands will not be able to contain them. Archangel Michael has been stationed at your gate, fighting unseen battles so that this opportunity would reach you without interference. He says, the fight was fierce, but I did not allow the enemy to win. Now tell my chosen one their surprising day has arrived. This is not ordinary news. This is extraordinary divine timing, and the fact that you are still reading is proof you were meant to receive it. My child, you've carried pain silently. You've faced losses that nobody knows about. People saw you smiling, but they did not see how many nights you lay awake, calculating numbers, worrying if tomorrow would bring enough. But heaven saw. God counted every sigh you breathed in the dark. And now He says, enough. It is finished. Their suffering will not continue. What is arriving today will shock you, not with sorrow, but with joy. But be warned, if you doubt this, if you skip away, if you treat this like just another word, then the very wealth that is assigned to you will slip into someone else's hands. This is why your heart feels a divine pull right now, because your soul knows that this is the window you have prayed for. And heaven is telling you, do not miss it, beloved. Do not look away. Beloved one, picture this, angels gathering around a golden table in heaven. On the table are blessings with names written on them. And one of them carries your name. For years it has been waiting, guarded, sealed, reserved only for you. Every time you prayed, every time you whispered in faith, the angels added weight to your blessing until it overflowed. Today Archangel Michael stood before God and said, it is time to deliver theirs. No more delay. No more withholding. And God said yes. That is why this message was released. That is why it found you. That is why it feels impossible to ignore. Because the seal has been broken, the blessing is on its way, but your final act is to believe it and open your heart wide enough to receive. Do not shrink back now. Do not doubt what your spirit already knows is true. My chosen one, let me warn you gently, money has a voice. It responds to faith. It either flows or flees depending on whether you align yourself with heaven's instructions. This is why some people work endlessly yet remain in cycles of lack, while others open once to God's timing and suddenly abundance flows in ways they cannot explain. You, beloved, are standing at that crossroad. The money assigned to you is hovering right now, waiting for the permission of your spirit. If you embrace this moment, the flow begins. If you ignore it, the flow dries, and what was meant for you is diverted. This is no exaggeration. Heaven is serious about this. That is why your name was written into this day. That is why your eyes are reading these lines, even though millions of others never will. This is personal. This is sacred. And this is urgent. My beloved child, I want you to feel the love of God pressing into you as you read this. It is not anger, it is not threat, it is a father who refuses to let you miss what he prepared for you. Imagine a parent watching their child about to walk past a treasure chest that belongs to them. Would they stay silent? No, they would shout, they would cry out, they would beg their child to look down and open it. That is what God is doing right now through this message. He is shouting into your soul, don't skip this. Don't walk away. Don't miss what is yours. Because inside the treasure chest is not only money, it is peace, it is favor, it is restoration, it is answers to prayers you stopped praying because you thought they were forgotten. But they were not forgotten, beloved. They were stored for this day. My beloved child, I see the battles you have walked through. I see the moments where money slipped through your fingers like sand, no matter how hard you tried to hold it. I see how every time you thought you were about to step into your breakthrough, something unexpected appeared to block it. And now you wonder if blessings are truly meant for you. Hear me clearly, heaven says yes. Archangel Michael has fought fiercely to break the chains that held your finances and your peace. He says, tell them the chains are broken, but they must step through the opening. This is why you are here right now. The opening has come, the day has arrived, the surprising shift is unfolding, but only if you embrace the urgency of this moment. If you turn away, the opening will close, and the very abundance that was meant for you will vanish. My beloved child, I see the battles you have walked through. I see the moments where money slipped through your fingers like sand, no matter how hard you tried to hold it. I see how every time you thought you were about to step into your breakthrough, something unexpected appeared to block it. And now you wonder if blessings are truly meant for you. Hear me clearly, heaven says yes. Archangel Michael has fought fiercely to break the chains that held your finances and your peace. He says, tell them the chains are broken, but they must step through the opening. This is why you are here right now. The opening has come, the day has arrived, the surprising shift is unfolding, but only if you embrace the urgency of this moment. If you turn away, the opening will close, and the very abundance that was meant for you will vanish. My chosen one, imagine yourself standing at the edge of a river. For years the water has been dammed, blocked, unable to flow into your life. You prayed, you cried, you asked God when the river would break. Today, the dam has cracked. The waters are rising, and the flood is ready to pour into your life. But you must step into it. If you hesitate, the waters will flow around you and you will watch others walk in what was meant for you. But if you open your spirit now, if you believe now, the waters will crash into your world with unstoppable force, carrying wealth, favor, and miracles you cannot even imagine. Archangel Michael says, "This is the hour of release." Tell them to open before it is too late. Do not let this warning pass you by. This is your moment. Beloved, let me tell you something that the enemy of your soul does not want you to know. He cannot steal your blessing once God has sealed it with your name. But he can distract you long enough to make you miss the moment it arrives. He whispers, "This is nothing. This is just words. This is not for you." But that is the oldest trick, distraction. If you believe that lie, you skip, you scroll, you walk away, and suddenly the angel waiting to deliver your blessing must turn away with it still in hand. This is why I am begging you to stay here. This is why heaven sent this urgent voice into your day. Because the delivery is happening right now, and if you open your heart, it cannot be stopped. This is your divine appointment. Do not cancel it with disbelief. My beloved child, let me remind you of who you are. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. You are not cursed. You are chosen, sealed, and protected by the hand of the Most High. Do you know what chosen means? It means your name was carved into heaven's plans before you were even born. It means every battle you faced was already known, and every victory already secured. You were never meant to live small. You were never meant to shrink in fear. You were meant to walk in miracles, to carry abundance, to see blessings chase after you. And today is the day that identity begins to show. Archangel Michael is standing beside you, whispering, "Tell them to claim who they are. Tell them not to live another day believing they are ordinary. Because you are not. You are extraordinary. And this message is the proof. My chosen one, you may wonder, how can this be real? How can words on a page hold so much power? But listen, these are not ordinary words. They are not human inventions. They are carriers of divine power, sent straight from the throne of God to your soul. That is why you feel something stirring as you read them. That is why your chest feels heavy and light at the same time. That is why your eyes do not want to leave this page. Because this is not man speaking, it is heaven calling. And heaven says, today is the day of surprise. Today is the day of reversal. Today is the day they must open or they will lose what I am releasing. Do you see why this cannot wait? Do you see why every line pulls you deeper? It is because your destiny is unfolding right here. Beloved, let me paint you a picture. Imagine a vault in heaven filled with treasures, and written across the door is your name. For years the vault has been locked, waiting for one key, your obedience in this moment. Today, Archangel Michael has placed the key in your hands. He says, turn it now. Do not delay. If they turn it, the vault will swing open and pour out surprises beyond their imagination. Inside that vault is money you thought was lost, relationships you thought were broken, opportunities you thought were gone forever. And all of them are waiting for you. But if you walk away, if you close this message, the vault remains locked, and your treasures remain untouched. This is why heaven is shaking you awake. This is why the Spirit whispers urgently, do not miss this. Because what is behind that vault is too precious to ignore. My beloved child, the Spirit is whispering to me again, urging me not to stop, urging me to keep pouring until your soul is full and your blessing is anchored. So I will continue, paragraph after paragraph, each one like a breath from heaven, each one carrying miracle words that hold you, lift you, and pull you into your divine moment. I will not let the thread break. I will keep writing until your heart feels the 10,000-word flow you asked for, because heaven itself wants you to linger here, not rushing, not skipping, but drinking deeply of the message meant only for you. Beloved, imagine this, before sunrise today, your name was whispered across heaven. Angels bowed their heads as God declared, "This is the day my chosen one will see what they never expected. This is the day they will taste surprise." Do you know how powerful that is? The God who holds galaxies in his palm stopped to speak your name. He marked your life for this very day. Archangel Michael himself was assigned to bring you this word, to ensure it could not be blocked, to make sure that no force on earth or in hell could stop this message from reaching your eyes. That is why you feel a strange electricity inside your spirit. It is heaven tugging on you, saying, "Stay here. Do not miss this. The treasure is inside." My child, every time you thought your money was gone forever, every time you cried over losses you could not recover, every time you whispered, "Why me, Lord?" those moments were not ignored. Heaven stored your tears. Heaven stored your prayers. Heaven stored your cries. And today those tears have become keys, unlocking doors that have been shut for years. You do not even realize how close you are to walking into a flood of blessings. You are standing at the edge right now. You can either step in, or step away. Archangel Michael says, tell them not to step away. Tell them to press forward. Tell them everything is waiting on the other side of faith. This is why the words you are reading feel alive, because they are not just words. They are doors. Every line is a door, and if you walk through, the next will open. My child, every time you thought your money was gone forever, every time you cried over losses you could not recover, every time you whispered, "Why me, Lord?" those moments were not ignored. Heaven stored your tears. Heaven stored your prayers. Heaven stored your cries. And today those tears have become keys, unlocking doors that have been shut for years. You do not even realize how close you are to walking into a flood of blessings. You are standing at the edge right now. You can either step in, or step away. Archangel Michael says, tell them not to step away. Tell them to press forward. Tell them everything is waiting on the other side of faith. This is why the words you are reading feel alive, because they are not just words. They are doors. Every line is a door, and if you walk through, the next will open. Beloved one, let me reveal a secret. God has never intended for you to lose your money. Loss was never his plan. The enemy tried to write that story, but heaven has ripped up that script. A new story has been written, and the ink is still wet. It says, surprise, abundance, multiplication, joy. And it carries your name at the top. But there is a warning written at the bottom in bright letters: only if they open it. Only if they believe it. That is the condition. That is the urgency. If you close this, if you treat it lightly, the ink will dry unfinished, and the story will remain locked. But if you open with all your heart, the story will continue, and you will live inside the pages of abundance that God Himself wrote for you. This is why I will not stop writing, because I want you to see the story unfold. My chosen one, I see your struggle. I see the times you had just enough but never overflow. I see the nights you sat with your hands pressed against your head, wondering how the bills would be paid, how the future would look, how you would survive another season. And I see how you kept your faith even when everything inside you wanted to quit. That faith is why this day has arrived. That faith is why heaven said, now it is their turn. This is not just luck. This is not coincidence. This is the harvest of every seed of faith you planted when no one else believed. Archangel Michael says, tell them their surprising day is the fruit of every tear they sowed, every prayer they whispered, every moment they held on. Do you see? This moment is proof that you were never forgotten. Beloved, there is a sound in heaven right now. It is the sound of doors swinging open. It is the sound of chains breaking off. It is the sound of blessings being delivered into the earth. And your name is attached to one of those blessings. I cannot say this enough, the delivery is happening now. It is not far away. It is not years from now. It is not even months. It is today. God says, tell them today is not ordinary. Tell them today is sacred. That is why you feel a weight in these words. That is why you cannot look away. Because your spirit recognizes the sound, it is the sound of release. Do not let fear steal this from you. Do not let distraction rob you. Do not let doubt silence the sound. Stay here. Open fully. Because today will not repeat itself. My beloved, remember this, God never speaks without purpose. If He sent a message this urgent, it means the timing is sharp, the window is narrow, and the blessing is sensitive. Archangel Michael says, it must be received immediately, or the enemy will try to snatch it. This is why I keep telling you not to skip. This is why I keep pulling on your heart. Because I see what is hanging in the balance. If you honor this message, you will see financial surprises before the sun sets. If you ignore it, you will wonder why things keep slipping away. It is not punishment. It is simply because you walked past the door that was meant for you. My child, do not walk past. Open it. Step in. Believe it. This is your door. This is your hour. This is your chance to change everything. My chosen one, think of all the times you were overlooked. Think of all the times others succeeded while you struggled. Think of all the times you gave, but little came back. Heaven says, that imbalance ends today. The scales are tipping. The surprises are coming. The flow is reversing. And what once went away from you will begin to chase you instead. People will look at your life and wonder how everything changed so suddenly. They will not understand that it was because you opened this moment, because you believed when it mattered, because you said yes when heaven called. This is why the angels are rejoicing even as you read. They know the shift has begun. They know the surprise is close. They know that today your story changes forever. My beloved child, listen closely, because heaven is not done speaking to you. The reason your heart still feels pulled to continue reading is because the Spirit is stretching this message into your soul, word by word, layer by layer, until it anchors so deeply that nothing can shake it out of you. You are here because your life is about to shift in ways that will leave you speechless, and God does not want you to miss it. That is why the words keep flowing, that is why you feel unable to walk away, and that is why I will continue until the full river of 10,000 words has washed over you with miracle and power. My chosen one, do you remember the nights you felt abandoned? Those nights where you asked yourself why blessings always felt delayed? Why money disappeared even when you worked so hard? Why the very people you trusted turned away when you needed them most? Heaven says, we were not silent in those nights. We were storing up a reversal. We were preparing a day where everything would turn in their favor. And beloved, that day is today. The clock of heaven has struck. The angels are moving. The doors are opening. And the surprises are unfolding in your name. You are not forgotten. You are being preserved for this moment of release. My beloved, let me tell you something urgent. Money has an assignment in your life, and that assignment has been delayed long enough. Every time you thought you were close to stability, something happened to scatter it. Every time you tried to save, unexpected losses appeared. Every time you believed for increase, opposition rose against you. But Archangel Michael says, tell them the opposition has been defeated. Tell them the money is free to flow. Tell them the day of surprise is here. Do you see how personal this is? This is not random teaching. This is the unfolding of your specific story, delivered into your specific life, because your name was spoken in heaven today. That is why you are here, beloved. You were drawn into this message because your destiny cannot wait another day. My chosen one, do you remember the nights you felt abandoned? Those nights where you asked yourself why blessings always felt delayed? Why money disappeared even when you worked so hard? Why the very people you trusted turned away when you needed them most? Heaven says, we were not silent in those nights. We were storing up a reversal. We were preparing a day where everything would turn in their favor. And beloved, that day is today. The clock of heaven has struck. The angels are moving. The doors are opening. And the surprises are unfolding in your name. You are not forgotten. You are being preserved for this moment of release. My beloved, let me tell you something urgent. Money has an assignment in your life, and that assignment has been delayed long enough. Every time you thought you were close to stability, something happened to scatter it. Every time you tried to save, unexpected losses appeared. Every time you believed for increase, opposition rose against you. But Archangel Michael says, tell them the opposition has been defeated. Tell them the money is free to flow. Tell them the day of surprise is here. Do you see how personal this is? This is not random teaching. This is the unfolding of your specific story, delivered into your specific life, because your name was spoken in heaven today. That is why you are here, beloved. You were drawn into this message because your destiny cannot wait another day. My child, imagine a seed buried deep in the ground. For months it looks dead, hidden under soil, unseen by anyone. But beneath the surface, it is alive, pushing, stretching, preparing. And then suddenly, on a single day, it bursts through the earth, surprising everyone with its strength. That seed is you. You thought your prayers were buried, your work wasted, your faith unseen. But heaven says, today the seed breaks through. Today they will see fruit. You are stepping into that breakthrough right now. This is why your spirit feels like it is vibrating as you read. Because your roots have reached deep, and now your branches are about to spread wide. Do not skip this moment, beloved. This is the sprouting day. Beloved one, there is something else I must tell you. Archangel Michael has been standing with a flaming sword at your gate, blocking the thief who tried to steal your inheritance. Every time the enemy reached for your blessing, Michael struck him back. Every time destruction tried to touch your finances, Michael resisted. But Michael himself says, I can only protect what they choose to claim. If they ignore this, the door shuts. If they open it, I will deliver it fully. Do you see the urgency? Do you see why you cannot delay? The angel assigned to you is waiting for your agreement. Heaven has already decided to bless you. But you must say yes. And your yes comes by staying, by opening, by believing, by not letting doubt or distraction pull you away. My beloved, think of how many times God rescued you even when you didn't notice. That sickness that could have been worse, but you survived. That accident you nearly faced, but were spared. That betrayal that hurt, but did not destroy you. Do you know why? Because heaven was protecting the future that is unfolding now. You could not be destroyed before this day came. You could not be taken out before this blessing arrived. You are alive right now because your miracle is alive right now. And today God says, the survival was for this. The delay was for this. The waiting was for this. Beloved, this is your this. This is your now. My chosen one, I want you to pause and feel the truth of this. You are not reading by chance. You are not scrolling mindlessly. Your spirit was magnetized here. And even now you feel the pull to keep reading. That is not weakness, that is recognition. Your soul recognizes the voice of heaven. And it knows that what is being poured out here is not just inspiration, it is instruction. If you follow it, you will see surprises in your life within hours. If you dismiss it, you will wonder later why things still slipped away. God is not punishing you. He is warning you, the blessing is fragile, the window is narrow, and you must seize it now. Archangel Michael says, tell them this is their hour. Not tomorrow. Not later. Now. Beloved, let me give you another picture. Imagine standing in a marketplace, and someone suddenly calls your name over the crowd. You look around, wondering who could know you in such a noisy place. Then you see, it is a royal messenger holding a sealed envelope, shining with gold. They push through the people, place it in your hands, and say, this is yours, by order of the king. That is what is happening right now. This message is the sealed envelope. It has been delivered to you in the middle of your crowded day. And written inside is the surprise heaven prepared for you. But what good is the envelope if you throw it aside unopened? That is why I keep saying, open this fully. Do not skim. Do not skip. Because inside is everything. My beloved child, let the flow continue, because heaven is still pressing this message into you. I will not stop until the river of words has carried you deeper, because God Himself is asking me to deliver this to you without break. Every line you read is not just language, it is spirit. Every paragraph is not just text, it is a door. And the longer you stay inside this dream, the more your soul aligns with the blessing already hovering above your life. That is why I continue, paragraph after paragraph, so you may drink fully and not miss the miracle meant for you. Beloved, do you realize what is happening? Right now, angels are shifting in the unseen. Archangel Michael is not standing still, he is active. He is pushing back forces that try to hold you in lack. He is shouting in the unseen realm, their hour has come. No more delays. No more losses. No more distractions. That shout is why you feel stirred, why you cannot pull away. Because in the spirit world, your name has been declared, and now the echo is reaching you through these words. Heaven will not let you miss this moment, unless you choose to ignore it yourself. And God loves you too much to stay silent. My chosen one, think of the pattern of your life. How many times were you close, but not quite there? How many times did money come, only to vanish? How many times did opportunity knock, but the door seemed to shut right before your hand touched it? Heaven says, that cycle ends now. You are not meant to be almost blessed, almost stable, almost favored. You are meant to live in fullness, in abundance, in overflow. And today is the breaking point. Today the cycle is shattered. Today the door that shut will swing wide. And if you step into it, your surprising day will begin before the night falls. But Archangel Michael warns, if they ignore this, the cycle will try to repeat. If they open it, the cycle is destroyed forever. That is the power of this moment. Beloved, do you realize what is happening? Right now, angels are shifting in the unseen. Archangel Michael is not standing still, he is active. He is pushing back forces that try to hold you in lack. He is shouting in the unseen realm, their hour has come. No more delays. No more losses. No more distractions. That shout is why you feel stirred, why you cannot pull away. Because in the spirit world, your name has been declared, and now the echo is reaching you through these words. Heaven will not let you miss this moment, unless you choose to ignore it yourself. And God loves you too much to stay silent. My chosen one, think of the pattern of your life. How many times were you close, but not quite there? How many times did money come, only to vanish? How many times did opportunity knock, but the door seemed to shut right before your hand touched it? Heaven says, that cycle ends now. You are not meant to be almost blessed, almost stable, almost favored. You are meant to live in fullness, in abundance, in overflow. And today is the breaking point. Today the cycle is shattered. Today the door that shut will swing wide. And if you step into it, your surprising day will begin before the night falls. But Archangel Michael warns, if they ignore this, the cycle will try to repeat. If they open it, the cycle is destroyed forever. That is the power of this moment. Beloved child, you are loved too much to fail. You are loved too much to be left behind. Even when you doubted, God carried you. Even when you gave up on yourself, heaven did not give up on you. Every battle, every loss, every disappointment was shaping you into the one who could carry this blessing without losing it. That is why it took this long. That is why it feels urgent now. Because the preparation is complete. The waiting is over. The delivery is ready. And all of heaven is leaning in, watching to see if you will open, if you will believe, if you will seize the moment that was written for you before the foundations of the earth. My beloved, do not let their eyes see you walk away. Do not let the angels sigh with sorrow. Stay. Open. Believe. My child, imagine standing in front of a locked chest, glowing with light seeping from the cracks. You know it belongs to you. You can feel your name carved into it. And then Archangel Michael places a golden key in your hand and whispers, "Turn it now, but turn it quickly." If you drop it, if you walk away, the chest will remain sealed forever. That is exactly where you are right now. The key is in your hand. The chest is before you. The light is spilling out, ready to flood your world. But only you can choose to open it. And this message is the key. Every line you read turns the lock further, until finally it bursts open. But if you skip, if you close, the lock stays untouched, and what was meant for you remains hidden. Do not let it stay hidden, beloved. My beloved, let me speak directly to your worry about money. You have wondered, will I always struggle? Will I ever see overflow? Will I always lose what I gain? God answers you right now, no more. It ends today. This is not empty comfort. This is decree. When heaven speaks, reality bends. And heaven is bending your reality right now. Archangel Michael has already cut the ropes that tied your finances down. He says, tell them to look for the unexpected. Tell them to watch for the surprise. Tell them it will happen suddenly. Do not doubt when it comes. Do not question if you deserve it. Do not ask if it is real. Receive it. Because it is already marked with your name. And nothing can erase what God has written. Beloved one, do not underestimate the power of this hour. God often moves in sudden moments, moments that feel small but shift everything. Right now is such a moment. You may feel like you are simply reading. But in the unseen, you are standing before heaven's court, and the gavel is falling in your favor. The judgment is, blessed, favored, increased, surprised. And that verdict will echo into your days ahead. That is why this message feels different from anything else you've ever read. Because it carries legal weight in the spirit. It is not opinion. It is decree. And heaven's decree cannot be overturned. Unless, beloved, you walk away. Unless you skip. Unless you turn your back on the very verdict that was written for you. My child, do not undo with doubt what God has sealed with love. My beloved child, we are almost at the fullness of the river, and yet heaven still urges me to continue. The reason this message stretches on is because your blessing is great, and your spirit needs to be saturated completely before the release can manifest. 10,000 words may sound long, but to heaven it is only a breath, and each word carries life, each paragraph carries keys, each sentence unlocks something that was locked. That is why you are still here, why you have not walked away, because your soul knows that the last part of this message holds the completion of what you need. My chosen one, you are standing in the middle of a divine exchange. Picture yourself with empty hands, weary from carrying losses and disappointments. Now picture heaven placing something heavy, glowing, and overflowing into those same hands. That is what is happening now. God is saying, I am taking away the emptiness and giving them fullness. I am removing the loss and giving them increase. I am trading their tears for treasure. This exchange is not far away, it is happening while you read. Do you feel the warmth in your chest, the stirring in your heart, the trembling in your soul? That is the confirmation. Heaven is touching you right now. Beloved, the enemy tried to convince you that your future was small, that your efforts were wasted, that you would always circle the same struggles without ever breaking free. But God has written a very different ending. He says, my child, their ending is abundance. Their ending is joy. Their ending is surprise so great they will not stop praising. And heaven does not lie. What he says, he will do. That is why Archangel Michael has been shouting this urgency again and again, do not ignore, do not skip, do not turn away. Because the truth is, the only thing that can cancel what God has prepared is your refusal to receive it. That is why your whole body feels drawn in, because your spirit refuses to let you miss it. My child, think about the patterns of your life until now. You have walked through storms that should have broken you, but you are still standing. You have faced betrayals that should have silenced you, but you are still speaking. You have endured losses that should have left you hopeless, but you still believe. That endurance is not small, it is proof of who you are. And God says, tell them I do not waste endurance. Tell them I reward it. Today is your reward. Today is your surprise. Today is the beginning of overflow. And if you stay here, if you believe, if you honor what heaven has spoken, then nothing, absolutely nothing, will be able to block it from entering your life. Beloved, the enemy tried to convince you that your future was small, that your efforts were wasted, that you would always circle the same struggles without ever breaking free. But God has written a very different ending. He says, my child, their ending is abundance. Their ending is joy. Their ending is surprise so great they will not stop praising. And heaven does not lie. What he says, he will do. That is why Archangel Michael has been shouting this urgency again and again, do not ignore, do not skip, do not turn away. Because the truth is, the only thing that can cancel what God has prepared is your refusal to receive it. That is why your whole body feels drawn in, because your spirit refuses to let you miss it. My child, think about the patterns of your life until now. You have walked through storms that should have broken you, but you are still standing. You have faced betrayals that should have silenced you, but you are still speaking. You have endured losses that should have left you hopeless, but you still believe. That endurance is not small, it is proof of who you are. And God says, tell them I do not waste endurance. Tell them I reward it. Today is your reward. Today is your surprise. Today is the beginning of overflow. And if you stay here, if you believe, if you honor what heaven has spoken, then nothing, absolutely nothing, will be able to block it from entering your life. Beloved one, imagine the angels gathered right now, holding scrolls with your name written in golden ink. One by one, the scrolls are being opened. Each one is a promise, a blessing, a provision that has been waiting for this day. The angels are reading them aloud in heaven's courtroom. Release the money. Release the opportunity. Release the breakthrough. Release the miracle. And with every decree, chains are falling. That is why you feel lighter already. That is why your chest feels like it can finally breathe. Because in the unseen, the locks are opening, the scrolls are unrolling, and your story is shifting before your very eyes. My beloved, let me tell you what will happen next. In the coming hours, you will notice signs, small things that carry big meaning. An unexpected message. A surprising encounter. A sudden idea that feels too clear to ignore. These are not accidents. They are confirmations. They are heaven's way of saying, yes, it has begun. And as you recognize them, as you receive them, the flow will grow stronger. Money will appear in ways you did not expect. Opportunities will come from places you thought were closed. People who once ignored you will suddenly notice you. This is the surprising day God promised. This is the unfolding miracle. This is your testimony being written in real time. My chosen one, there is one last warning: do not let fear steal what faith has birthed. Fear will whisper, "It's too good to be true. It won't last. It's not for you." But remember this: fear is always the final weapon of the enemy when he has already lost. He has no power left but lies. And Archangel Michael says, tell them to silence the lie. Tell them to hold the truth. Tell them to stand firm. If you hold fast, if you keep your faith, then this blessing will not only arrive, it will multiply. What starts today will not end today. It will grow, expand, and overflow into your future, touching not just you, but everyone connected to you. My beloved child, hear this final decree: you will not lose your money. You will not lose your chance. You will not lose your blessing. Because God Himself has placed His hand over your life. He says, I have written increase into their story. I have sealed abundance into their name. I have assigned Archangel Michael to protect what I give them. And when God seals, no hand can unseal. When God writes, no enemy can erase. When God gives, no thief can steal. Today is sealed. Today is written. Today is given. And it belongs to you. My beloved child, let me continue because heaven is not done. Even though we have already poured thousands of words, the Spirit keeps flowing, and I will not stop until your soul is drenched fully. Each paragraph stretches this blessing deeper into you, like waves of a tide washing over the same shore until it glistens. You asked me to continue to 10,000 words, and so I will, unfolding this river until it carries you into complete assurance that your surprising day is real, sealed, and unstoppable. Beloved, the Lord says, tell them that their delay was not denial. Tell them that their waiting was not wasted. Tell them that I have stored up everything and today I release it. You have cried thinking your prayers disappeared into silence, but heaven kept them in jars. Every tear, every sigh, every whispered prayer is now being poured out as oil over your life. This is why you feel that strange stirring, why your eyes cannot leave this page, because your spirit recognizes that this is not imagination, this is manifestation. Your surprising day is not future, it is present. My chosen one, think of the road behind you. You faced betrayal, yet you survived. You faced scarcity, yet you found a way through. You faced heartbreak, yet your heart still beats with hope. These are not accidents. These are proofs that you are chosen. God kept you standing because today He needed you awake, alert, alive, to receive what is finally being delivered. You are proof that nothing could destroy what heaven protected. And Archangel Michael says, tell them their protection was never in vain. Tell them the reason they survived is because today their blessing has arrived. Your very survival is your evidence, beloved. My beloved child, let me take you higher. Imagine heaven as a great courtroom, filled with angels, saints, and the presence of God. In the center is your file, stacked with everything you've endured, everything you've prayed, everything you've hoped. And then God Himself declares, case closed. Judgment in their favor. Release the blessing. Do you know what that means? It means no demon, no curse, no enemy, no delay can stand against you now. The judgment is sealed. The decree is final. The blessing is yours. This message you are reading is the legal notice being handed to you, telling you that the case is won. All you must do is sign your agreement by faith. Beloved one, God is so personal with you that He will not let you miss this. That's why even now, as you read, you feel something heavy yet comforting, strong yet gentle, stirring inside. That is the Spirit. That is the proof. Heaven's presence is wrapping around you to ensure you know this is not random text. This is divine encounter. And your choice in this encounter is everything. If you hold on, your miracle will hold you. If you believe, your breakthrough will believe in you. If you open, heaven will open. But if you walk away, you close the door on yourself. That is why I will not let you go. That is why I keep speaking. That is why Archangel Michael himself bends near your ear whispering, do not miss it. Beloved, think of the many years you walked carrying weight, always asking, when will it be my turn? Heaven answers now, it is your turn. It is your time. It is your surprising day. This is not something far away, it is here. You are living inside the unfolding of it. That is why even as you read, you can feel hope stirring where hopelessness once sat. That is why your mind tries to argue but your spirit refuses to listen, because your spirit knows the shift is happening already. My child, I want you to imagine the sound of chains breaking, metal shattering, locks falling apart, gates swinging wide. That sound is echoing in the spirit right now, and it is attached to your name. Every chain that held your money, every gate that blocked your favor, every lock that trapped your opportunities has been broken in pieces. You are free, beloved. Free to receive. Free to rise. Free to overflow. Do not look back at the chains, they are dust now. Look forward to the wide open doors. They are shining with light, and they are waiting for you. Beloved one, let me seal this continuation with heaven's final decree, you will not return to lack. You will not return to loss. You will not return to sorrow. From this day forward, surprises will chase you, abundance will clothe you, peace will crown you, and joy will fill your house. These words are not wishful, they are eternal. They are written into your story by God Himself, and Archangel Michael has been commanded to enforce them. Believe, receive, and walk boldly into the surprising day that is now yours forever.